Warning, this is an adult-oriented podcast about really perverse things like communication and consent. If you're under 18 and looking for answers to questions about sex and kink, please visit scarletteen.com. For the Dude Bro listeners, this is nerdy shit, 6 feet apart.
Somebody help that poor submissive!
Look, up there in the sky!
It's a bird!
It's a plane?
Is that a flogger? Someone's gotta be having a good time.
As the kink signal shines brightly in the night sky, we know that there is fuckery afoot.
What kind of fucking town is this?
No worries, as they've listened to the Gotham Press beforehand, so all will be safe, sane, and consensual.
Well, that's reassuring.
Right?
Yeah, but what's the Gotham Press?
What is the Gotham Press, you ask?
It's about time you tell us, don't you think?
Well, I'll let the Cape Crusaders themselves educate you on that.
Today on Cooking with Seaman, we're gonna go over a recipe for spotted dick.
Oh my god, that sounds so good.
I want some spotted dick.
You are now listening to the world-famous Gotham Press podcast.
Listeners, we're back. Well, I'm back at least. Lala's not here. Greedy's not here. Looks like it's just me holding down the fort. This is why you come here. You come here to hear awesome. And wait, I hear a giggle. Who's that giggling? Who is that giggling?
Someone who mysteriously vanished and no one knows exists, but I have been here before.
Somebody from the past.
From the past.
Who are you?
I am Leopard.
The leopard is back. Wait, if you're here, that means the other one's here too.
Yep.
No!
Luckily though, you have a saving grace. There's someone here to save you.
Who's here to save me?
I don't know. You gotta find her.
The ghost of your future.
Oh, if that's my future, I'm all right with that.
Ow.
Ow.
I'll always be in your future.
No.
That's what I like to hear. So that would be B, Zeolist, Leopard, and Awesome on this episode of the Gotham Press Podcast. Yay! Woo!
Oh, hell yeah.
Zeolist, use your words.
Words.
Your words.
My words.
There you go.
I was thinking about how to do the Moana thing without saying Moana.
It's
It
okay.
didn't quite work. Wait, I got it.
You said it like
Gotham
3
Press,
times.
Gotham Press. You're so awesome. You're welcome.
Just scrape my glasses up against the whatchamajig.
The whatchamajig.
The
pop
thingamabob.
screen.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that thing is.
The
It's called a
screen.
pop screen.
The thingamajig. It's
Whatever
fine.
I'm rubbing with my nose.
Just lick it. It's fine.
All right. That's what I like to hear. So it's been a while since some of you have been on here.
Well, them a little bit more recently than me.
Yeah, but I said some of you. So, how things been? What you been up to?
Breakups, back together, breakups, baby, breakup, marriage.
You did the marriage one before the
I
baby.
did do the marriage thing before the baby. I got a little out of order. I'm sorry.
I was going to ask, so the baby calls the marriage. Was it shotgun?
No. Everyone thinks it is because I got pregnant because I was pregnant so fast after the wedding. But I swear to God, I got tested at an actual doctor's office. I was not pregnant during my wedding. I got pregnant afterwards.
Okay. What about you, Zeolist? Same things?
I've been on since the marriage, and the baby. Since then, it's mostly been working, and working. Oh, and some gaming. Gaming.
Oh, some gaming. Okay. Yeah, all work and no play makes somebody a dull boy.
No, it makes me go insane, but, same thing.
It's fine. My ass likes it.
Oh, my. All right, B, what about you?
So, y'all know what I do if you've listened to the podcast and you've heard all of my wonderful episodes because they're, of course, some of the greatest hits.
You beat people mercilessly, I think.
Oh yes, shamelessly.
Shamelessly.
But so as of late, I'm not necessarily out of a job. Like I didn't get fired, but like I haven't been working because what I do is not essential. And you can't exactly stab someone in the face from 6 feet across the room. So
I mean, you can. It just takes a lot of practice, accuracy, and the person being okay with more holes than they came in there for.
yeah. That's the reason I don't play darts at the bar anymore. Bartender ends up with a nipple piercing.
Are they complaining though?
Well, considering, you think about how big the dart is compared to a regular piercing needle.
Yeah.
half
And you
of
normally don't lube up a dart before you throw it.
No.
Sorry, that just tickled me. Hey guys,
Yeah.
did you know that the Gotham Press has a Patreon?
Say what?
I've heard.
You've heard.
I've heard.
I heard they have a couple of them.
Well, we have a couple of patrons, but we have a Patreon that the listeners, this means you person that's listening right now, can join for as little as $1 a month.
Ooh.
And that will help us. That will help us get better equipment, help us bring more things to you, like the stickers that we were able to procure recently.
They're so pretty.
Can confirm they are nice stickers.
They are nice.
Can confirm.
They are.
And if you're listening, you should definitely know where you found us. But if you don't, you can find everywhere to find us on the internet in our show notes.
Yeah.
Yep. We are on the internet everywhere.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Still not on Foursquare.
Or MySpace.
Do people
Oh yeah, they aren't on MySpace,
They're
are
not
they?
on MySpace. You're all failing.
do people still use MySpace?
I have
Yes.
no idea.
Isn't it my and then just a line? That was
Wait, no.
That was the last time I saw MySpace. Was they said, "Hey, we're just gonna put my and then an actual space."
Oh, I have no idea.
I think MySpace might have officially died. Like, I think the site has become deactivated.
Oh wow!
I mean, we can find out real quick.
True.
Let me try.
The question is, are you guys on TikTok? The fanciness.
We are on TikTok.
Really?
Yes, Brad of Steel is our official TikTok person.
Look at y'all go, being fancy.
We try. We try to be up to date with what all the new kids have and the hippity hops and
Dude, I have nothing. I have FET, Facebook, and Insta. That's all I got.
I have everything, but I mostly only use FET.
Yeah.
Like I will go on my Facebook every now and again. I mostly just use it for Messenger.
Well, my Facebook's family appropriate, so.
My Facebook is appropriate for somebody, I'm sure. Big news for the podcast, though. So you all may have noticed that Greedy is not here.
I know. We love him, though.
Big sad.
Yes. Greedy is officially taking a hiatus from the podcast. Real life things happened, and he's got to focus on those.
We love him and respect him, though.
We do.
Yep.
Also, listeners, you may have noticed that Lala's not here. Lala is going to be back sooner than Greedy, but she also had real life things come up. So that's why you have me.
Boo. Real
It's
life
okay,
stuff
we're here to
sucks.
save you.
Hey,
I thought you were
even.
booing me at first. I was like,
No.
wait, what?
No, real life stuff sucks.
Yes.
No, but their real life stuff is very important and it actually is going to benefit them. So
It
everyone needs
is.
to send them positive and loving thoughts.
I'm going to send them positive and loving thoughts.
Then
But
don't
real
boo them.
life sucks.
Don't boo them. You're rude.
I am rude. Get over it.
So, real quick, at the table, who has heard of Waffle House?
I
Yo.
have.
I have an aunt that works there or worked there
Okay. You actually been to a Waffle House?
multiple times.
I love Waffle
Zeolist?
House. I
B?
absolutely love
I've never
Waffle
been to a
House.
Waffle House, but I have a Facebook friend who works at a Waffle House.
Okay. So, this is something that I wasn't aware of. Apparently, I think it started after Katrina. They started using the amount of Waffle House closings as a gauge on how large a pandemic is.
Yeah, because Waffle House officially does not close for shit. Like
Yeah.
the owners, it has been a middle of a blizzard, middle of a tornado. It doesn't matter. My aunt would have to go into work. It did not matter. They do not close for shit.
Wow. So apparently the coronavirus is the largest closing of Waffle House so far. I think they said that the previous largest one was 180 some stores.
Yeah,
415.
Oh, jeez.
yeah.
I wonder if the one by our hometown closed.
I don't know. My aunt doesn't work there anymore, so I don't know.
I know. You should get somebody to check on that.
Or not. It's fine.
So wait,
I don't think she cares.
are they still like the ones that are still open? Are they still doing like dine in, or are they only doing? Because I know a lot of restaurants are only doing takeout, where like they have to bring the food out to your car and you take it home, or are they still doing like, oh, you can come and sit and spread your bacteria all over our facility?
That's a very good question. I don't know.
I would imagine they probably should have to do takeout because Waffle Houses in general tend to be very small and close quarter. And one of their biggest things is some of their tables and such are like right up on the grill almost.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so they would at very least would have to close down those seats. Like, I mean, there's like a, a bar and a distance between them. And they actually are, well, some of them are relatively clean on cleaning them up that well.
Mm-hmm.
But I would imagine at least those seats would have to be closed down, but that would close down like half the restaurant basically. So at this point, really should only be probably carry out.
Yeah, because I haven't been anywhere since this whole, I've been at home for the most part, so I don't know, but I don't think anywhere here you can go and sit down and eat somewhere.
To my knowledge, you cannot.
I was up in about 2 hours north this past week and went out to lunch with a friend that I went up to go see. I went from my house to their house and we went and did drive through and came right back. I did not infect anyone with anything.
Congratulations.
Just for the people who worry. But we went and we did drive through Panda, and on Panda's door it said that they limited anyone who came in to no more than 10 people. So if there was more than 10 people, I didn't go in, but there was a thing that's saying that there was more than 10 customers in the store, anyone else would be turned away.
Wow.
So, which in my mind is just stupid. They had a drive-through, just do drive-through only, but that's the sign they had on the door.
I got nothing. I really don't.
I know all the Starbucks in town have switched over to drive-through only.
Yeah.
Like, our lobby is locked 24/7.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we unlock to let in coworkers and lock it behind them. And whenever somebody goes to leave, they have to be let out, and then it's locked behind them.
I thought they were like completely closed for the whole first week, and I was super devastated because I have a problem. And then I went and got gas on like, I don't know, Monday or something before I had to drive out of town. And they had a sign on the door that said the drive-thru was open. And I'm like, oh, Lord. Thank you. Thank you. I'm about to go fist fight a room full of toddlers. I need this caffeine.
Oh, wow.
Well, some of the stores in this town have just shut down completely.
Yeah, there are some.
Hold on. I have a real question here. Who won the fight?
I did.
You did?
Turns out, in order to, get a toddler to calm down, all I have to do is sit on them.
That's an important step, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little known fact, just sit on them. Yeah. Babysitting is a real thing, y'all.
Babysitting?
Or, feed them popcorn and put on Frozen 2.
Also,
apparently that's a thing.
Or for mine, it's Moana. Hardcore.
I have not yet watched Frozen 2, even though it's on Disney Plus, and I plan on watching it eventually.
That's good. Did you ever watch the new Aladdin?
I did not want to watch the new Aladdin. It did not look good. You know me. You know I love
I know. That's why I was asking.
Aladdin.
It's not the worst.
It's not the best, but it's not the worst.
Yeah.
But last night I did yesterday I should say, I did finally watch Double Tap, Zombieland 2.
So good.
Where is that?
I actually had to rent it.
Oh.
Nope,
lame.
not renting.
I don't know how much time you guys have after we finish this. I may still have it available to watch.
I mean, if we have the time, that'd be
If
awesome.
you have the time.
That'd be
And
awesome.
I rented Jumanji 2.
Ooh,
That one's really good.
I enjoyed
that
it.
one too.
I enjoy both of them,
I'll just get somebody to get us a copy of it, if need be.
if need be.
The one person?
Yeah, the one person. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That person.
We're not
Oh, yeah,
illegal.
everybody has that one buddy who can get them stuff.
We're not illegal.
hook
It's
up.
fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I got a buddy who's got his own system and rig all set up. He's my hookup.
It's fine. Nothing illegal. We're good.
So here's a question that kind of feeds off of that. What have you all been doing to entertain yourself during all this?
Masturbating.
All right, that works.
Just kidding. I've been with my boyfriend, so I don't need to do that.
I mean, you could masturbate for your boyfriend. We don't know.
Nah.
What about you two?
A lot of sex.
Yeah, there's a lot of sex, and when there's not sex, I'm playing games or reading a book, and you're mostly like reading books.
Yeah, I'm reading books or my normal watching movies with the child.
Yeah, there's a lot of child watching.
A lot of child watching. But I have a daughter, so that just kind of happens.
So we're expecting the upcoming child to be named Corona?
God,
There is
no.
no upcoming child.
Don't even. God,
Maybe.
no.
I'm trying. I'm trying real hard.
Does he listen to this?
Huh? No. He just got on my Discord that I just started,
Okay.
and he read through some of the conversation in my Kingtastic channel, and he's like, "Why don't you tell me any of this stuff?" And I'm like, "Because you're so pure. You're so good. I don't want to tell you all this nasty shit." And he's like,
Aw, dating vanilla.
"Yeah, yeah."
Speaking of your Discord, what is that?
Oh fuck, I don't even know what it's called. It's just like Bee Sting's fucking Discord.
Bee Sting's fucking Discord. I kind of want that to be the name of it now.
You know what? I should change it to that.
You can.
Yeah, it's just Miss Bee Sting's server is what it looks like. I haven't like come up with a clever name for it.
You
or
just
whatever.
You
did.
just did. Bee Sting's fucking Discord.
Bee Sting's fucking Discord.
That works.
So okay, I'll be changing it to that. But yeah, so he went through Kinktastic on there, and he was like, you know, talk to me about this stuff, and I'm like, okay, but
But you're so lily white.
you're so good. You're you know,
You're so sweet.
because I was talking about like I don't know if you've read through that channel.
Not. I read through it that first day I was on it, but I haven't read through it since.
So that conversation started with, you know, the new season of Castlevania has me confused of, you know, do I want to fuck the vampire or do I want to be the vampire? So I kind of got into a whole long conversation about, you know,
I respect that.
Having
Yeah.
sex with vampires.
well, and, you know, somebody was talking about succubi and, you know, satanic ritual sex, and I'm like, my boyfriend's a Christian.
Are you sure that I'm on this Discord? I feel like that's like the conversation I always have with people.
No, I never said you shouldn't be on it. In fact, I'm pretty sure I told you you should probably try to get on it.
No, I know. She's just talking. I'm like, that's like
Every conversation
that's
you have.
me right there.
Yeah, like, you know, sometimes we've been talking about some weird shit. I'm trying to, like, get it going because I don't have a whole lot of, like, there's not a whole lot going on. I have
Yeah.
a couple different channels on there that nobody has posted anything. So I'm like, fuck.
Hey, I tried to get the witchcraft one going.
You know what? That one we have been talking a little bit in that one. So,
Cool.
you know, hopefully we can get more stuff in there.
Nice. So you've been focusing on your Discord and sex.
Yeah, trying to, I don't know, come up with things to do because I'm going stir crazy. If I don't get to stab someone or hit someone in the next like month, I'm going to go crazy.
I mean, Zeolist wants you to stab him. I'm just saying.
Well, but I can't with the whole shutdown thing. I can't.
Officially, she cannot.
Yeah.
Currently.
I didn't
Well, I
say
thought we weren't doing it at the shop anyway. I thought
I'm
you were
like,
doing it on the
I
podcast.
didn't say anything about officially.
Are we doing that? I mean, well, I guess we could do that.
I mean, you can.
I'm game for it.
But the thing is,
We also need the money.
all jewelry manufacturers have shut down, like until. So I can't get your jewelry in until then because
Well-
I had jewelry that was supposed to ship out that week,
Oh,
And it stopped.
like. So Neo Metal got a hold of me and they were like, hey, you know, your stuff is processing. We're trying to get it out to you as fast as possible. And then the next day they were like, oh, we can't send it out to you.
Officially,
Because-
we can't send you anything.
Yeah.
and
So
you have none.
I have nothing. And it was, well, I mean, I have some things, but I can't.
not for that.
So
Yeah.
Not the
so
right
what you do
things.
is you go ahead and use your sparkly ones for him. He will enjoy the sparkles within it. You were getting a ladder, I believe.
Yeah, Jacob's ladder, 3 rungs.
Yeah, give him the sparkly jewels to go for his ladder.
Well, but I don't have the appropriate gauge that we're gonna need, and I actually don't have any sparkles right now. I'm like out.
Oh wow!
Like, yeah, like I had shit on the way.
Shit was on the way.
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah. I had some 18 karat gold pieces that I was supposed to be getting.
Ooh, that'd be pretty.
Yeah. Bushy shit.
Yeah, real bougie shit.
And as far as me during this, I've mostly been. I'm one of those few people that are able to work still. I'm working from home, but able to work, and usually a lot of. I never watched The Office, so I've been binging The Office.
Gross.
Did you say gross?
Yeah.
Why is that gross?
I'm not a big Office fan.
Okay,
I'm just not an Office fan.
that's fine. I had never seen it. I'm enjoying it so far.
I don't know. Maybe it's because my sister watches The Office like way too much.
Probable. And she's
Never
annoying.
seen it. Have no desire.
I kid you not. I think she's seen the entirety of it 10 times.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
She just watches it on repeat.
Yeah, she like gets bored. It's like, what should I watch? Oh, I'm gonna watch The Office. I'm like, haven't you seen it? Yeah, a few times.
Yeah, a few times.
Yeah, if you can say you've watched something a few times
In its
not
entirety.
and it's like a TV show that's got multiple seasons.
10 seasons, I believe.
Yeah, 10 seasons. And what are the episodes, like 45 minutes?
What?
How long are episodes?
Half hour? No, 20 minutes, actually.
20 minutes? Okay, still,
A lot.
that's a lot of episodes. That's a lot of time. And I kid you not, she's like, yeah, I've seen it a few times.
Oh, something that I did see, though, that happened as far as people trying to entertain themselves during all this. A guy ran a marathon.
Well, yeah, I saw your link about that.
Yeah.
And like, one, kudos to you. I get the stir crazy, especially because it was in Italy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so they've been on lockdown for weeks.
They've
And
had
they're
a
on
long
hard
time.
lockdown.
Yep.
Hard.
And I've seen videos of them like singing to each other across their balconies and
Yeah.
you know, trying to entertain each other that way.
Yeah, this guy ran a 26, the equivalent of a 26-mile marathon on his balcony.
23-foot balcony, so he just basically kept doing sprints back and forth.
No thanks. That
Said-
sounds like the Pacers from high school.
Yeah, basically.
Yes.
I'm good.
I think he said
I
it
couldn't
took
even do that.
I believe he said it took him like 6 hours to do it.
Yeah.
That's just gross.
Just running for 6 hours.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in a
Yeah.
marathon, that's what you do.
I mean, I guess.
I'm a sprinter. Okay, let me rephrase that. I used to be a sprinter. I am not a marathon person.
I think one of my favorite things I saw Italy doing, there was two people that were like across from each other, and they were playing Battleship.
Yeah,
They
I
were
saw
just
that.
shouting through the window at each other, and all of a sudden you'd hear B5 hit, fuck, G3 miss, god damn it! Like they're just like yelling at each other through it. It was pretty great.
I think
Wow.
I think my favorite sports related one that I saw, yeah, I'm gonna go there for a second, was two guys with a soccer ball, and they were juggling it back and forth next door windows. So that one would like juggle it a little bit, kick it over to the other guy. He would juggle it for a little bit, kick it back to the other guy. It just
That's
went back
pretty
and
funny.
forth. It was funny and like super talented, like because they're not on the ground. They were like the fifth story.
So if they lost it,
So if they lost the ball, they were SOL.
Yeah.
No, they were like fifth story, bouncing this ball on their feet back and forth to each other.
Well, I saw that even because police are patrolling the streets to make sure people stay inside.
Yeah.
And they're actually changing their sirens to play music instead, just to try and help entertain. Like,
Oh,
the
wow.
the people of Italy are so bored, y'all.
Oh God.
They are so bored.
I'm just waiting for that kind of stuff to actually hit here, and then that's going to be bad.
If you pay attention to the train tracks, there's a lot of like army and
Oh yeah, there's a
military
lot of
stuff that's
military
being shipped
vehicles getting
around.
moved.
so they can shut down more places, like officially shut down more places.
Oh wow!
Yeah, there's a lot of military vehicles getting moved around right now in the U.S.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, I believe New York is the quote unquote worst offender at this point.
Yeah.
So if something happens there, then it's just going to.
Las Vegas is pretty bad too.
Oh, well,
But
yeah.
have you seen any pictures of recent New York?
It's
saw
weird.
I saw a completely empty Times Square.
Yeah, there's not a
was
single
insane.
body.
I've been to Times Square twice in my life, and there is no way that could be empty. So to see those pictures was kind of like jarring.
Yeah.
Apparently, though, ever since most of these countries have been on lockdown, the ecosystem is thriving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mother
Like-
Nature will save itself.
Like, there are deer in the streets of Japan.
Yep.
In Venice, the rivers, the water is running clear and you can see fish.
There's
Yeah.
dolphins coming back.
Yeah, I'm surprised you can't see all the bodies. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
no
you
joke.
imagine there have been some bodies dumped in that river. Like,
On
yeah.
purpose or accidental.
Yeah, either way. You know, I'm
sure.
surprised.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's weird because I mean this sucks for humans, but the fact that the Earth is going to be so much nicer after this, y'all. Like if you look at the carbon emissions, like there's been ratings and different pictures and such actually monitoring the carbon emissions. Oh my God, it is so much clearer. It's
Yeah.
beautiful to see it. Like it really sucks, and I really feel for the people who are actually sick and the families that have to endure this. Like I really feel for them. But dude, Mother Earth is benefiting hardcore right now, and it's really beautiful to see at least a positive silver lining to it.
Yeah,
Have you
it
seen
just-
the pictures of Beijing?
I have not.
Oh my God,
So Beijing from what was it, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Mm-hmm. Is, it's Beijing. It's covered in smog. It's totally nasty looking. Pictures from 2 months ago looked like it was taken at like the top of a mountain, perfectly clear sky, no smog, no nothing, across all of Beijing.
Yeah, their emissions and smog has gone down by like 75% or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's
That's
insanity.
crazy. That just kind of goes to show though, like we're really not good
Fucking
to our
up
planet.
the world.
Yeah. But at the same time, part of it though is the fact that in recent years, the world as a whole is trying to be a lot more eco-friendly and a lot more improvement on the environment and such. However, because we've heard it so much and there's still so many people out on the streets, the little pieces that we're doing aren't making an effect. Like, again, this sucks, but this radical change to clear away some of our day-to-day stuff, those steps that we're taking might finally making an impact. And after this, I just want to see kind of how things go from here, because the fact that now it's almost like the world's kind of getting a reset, those eco steps might finally actually start making some steps.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I try to look for silver linings.
Oh, so on the other side of that, though, there are some shitty things happening. I heard about this actually from Bunner. We were in it. She's been stuck at home, so hi, Bunner. Miss you.
I love you.
Aw.
I love Bunner. She's awesome. I
She's
love her.
precious.
She is.
She's so sweet. And I love playing spoons with her because she gets violent like me, and it's great.
But I was in an Xbox party with her and some of her friends from back east. And apparently the guy's friend was like, you know what? I don't want to be at home. I'm just going to take a drive. Not go anywhere specific, just drive around.
Yeah, I have a friend who's doing that. She just gets in her car and drives herself and then goes right back home, but it's at least out.
Right. Well, apparently he got pulled over by the cops in like Southeast PA. Mm-hmm. They stopped him, asked him what he was doing. He told them, like, I'm driving around. It's like, well, you can't be out. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just driving around. And to prove their point, they had him get out of the car. They called a tow truck and then dropped him off back home and basically tell him, stay home.
Did they tow his car home or did they impound it?
Pretty much impounded it.
Oh, Jesus. Which means he has to not only pay for the tow, he has to pay to get his car unimpounded.
True. So I heard that was like, that is real shitty.
Yeah, no, real shitty.
At least I haven't heard of anything like that happening here, but it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. Like when things first started happening, I know I heard about down in LA, cops were just stopping random people like, what are you doing out? Do you have a reason to be outside right now?
Well, a lot of businesses, like fast food businesses that are open late, are giving notes to their employees to show why they are out in case they get pulled over at night.
Yeah, for my job, we were actively told, well, for those that are still actually going into the office,
Yeah.
have your badge on you. If you don't have your badge if you have your badge and they stop you, show your badge, let them know you're either going to or coming from work.
Yeah.
It's really, really tough out there right now.
Yeah, it is. Given the job I work, I talk to a lot of people on every side of it. Mm-hmm. And there's not a single person I've talked to who isn't in some way, shape, or form affected by everything going on.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they call it a worldwide pandemic.
Yeah, but you know how like sometimes certain things only affect certain groups of people, and everybody talks about it, but it only affects certain groups of people. Mm-hmm. I've yet to talk to, like, cops are affected by it. Obviously, healthcare is affected by it, but even like teenagers, because they can't go do anything.
Oh, I feel real bad for the teens.
Prom and graduation.
Yeah, proms, graduations, everything is being shut down.
There's something trending on TikTok right now of it's basically TikTok prom, where all the kids who didn't get to go to prom are putting on their prom outfits and just dancing on TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
But they need
It's sad, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah, like they need something.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I was talking to a friend of mine, and they were telling me that not their kids, but their girlfriend's kids, apparently the schools are just like handing out the homework for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, their kids are almost done with homework for the rest of the year. So then what happens?
There's
Those
nothing else.
They have nothing else to do.
They're just stuck at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen from this. All I see is I'm waiting for it to be like Mad Max type stuff.
Yeah, well,
I'm kind of hoping not.
Well, like my parents, like my family, I have 2 younger siblings, and my little sister was already on homeschool just because of behavioral different reasons. Homeschool just works better for her because it's much more focused rather than in a classroom.
Okay.
But my little brother was still actually going to school. So when everything happened, my little sister's fine because she's already homeschooled. They just continued on like normal. They canceled the field trips that they were gonna do, but other than that, they're continuing like normal. So their daily stuff is perfectly fine. But my little brother, he was one of the ones that got the packet, and he gets his packet done in like an hour.
Maybe hour and a half.
Maybe an hour and a half for his daily work. He gets it done in like an hour and a half. And then he's just wandering around the house. And the poor kid is so bored. And he's autistic.
Oh.
So he's just bored and hyper. And like it sucks for him just because, yeah, he's got nothing to do.
The thing is, I didn't even think about people with those mental, I'm not sure what the proper word is, issues?
I mean, I don't really.
Mental faculties?
Yeah, I don't take offense to anything like that.
Right.
My little brother's autistic. He's got, mental aid problems. Like it is what it is. But I don't take offense. I'm fine.
Well, I'm just saying, I didn't even think about that. People that
Yeah.
have those that
I think it's technically a disorder, isn't it?
Yeah, mental disorder.
Yeah, it's a mental disorder.
mental disorders, but still, it's like, what are they going to do when they don't have? Because I know a lot of times they need something to focus on, something to do, something to distract them.
Luckily, my brother's not too bad because he's improved significantly over the years, so he's not as far on the spectrum anymore.
Right.
So he's had improvement. So for him, it's not too bad. It's more just he's a bored 13-year-old. It's a little sucky, but it's not too bad. My cousin is severely autistic and is like nonverbal and all the things. Like he is severely autistic. For him, it really sucks because he needs his routine so badly.
Oh,
and
wow.
for him to not have his daily routine right now, he is getting thrown off. For him, it really sucks.
And he doesn't have homework.
Yeah, and he really doesn't have homework because he's so severely autistic. His schoolwork is very specialized. Like, they give him some stuff just so he has something to do.
No. They gave him the wrong packets.
Oh,
Did you not
geez.
hear about that?
No, but
They
okay.
gave him the regular school packets for
Yeah.
a kid who's severely autistic.
Yeah, and he can't do that. So for him, it sucks pretty bad. He's struggling.
I need this to be over for people.
Yeah, no joke.
Well, and I keep seeing posts on the other F word of parents just being absolutely sick of their own children. And these are like neurotypical,
Yeah.
like just, and they have like 1 or 2 kids and they're like, oh my God, I can't handle this. I can't, and it's like, these are your spawn. You made these. This is what your kid's teacher has to deal with all the time.
Right? Like I can get some jokes where I can get like a bad day. Like I
Yeah.
really can. Like I love my daughter dearly, and there was the other day where I just had to have a break because she was standing and jumping on my head.
Yeah.
Like I get it. We all get a bad day and parents do need a break. But the level that some of these parents are freaking
no
out.
joke.
Like
Yeah.
this you chose, like, this is your child. You are raising this.
You made that.
You should like love it. Like a bad day, a little bit of much, like I can get that, especially people that are now furloughed like me, and now they're home so much more. They're getting bored and restless. Like I do get it to a point, but I'm part of like a group on Facebook that's for moms, and I'm seeing all these posts about their kids, and I'm like, the hell is wrong with you people?
That is why the alcohol stores are staying open.
Oh,
But
my
that doesn't make
favorite.
it okay. Like that's like
It
that's-
doesn't.
Well,
Oh,
like
no,
sorry, I'm
Okay.
not. I had seen somebody had posted and they were like, I can't handle. It was like day 3, and she was like, I can't handle this anymore. I can't be here with him. Somebody needs to come take him. I can't handle him.
Wow.
And it's like, yo, that's your kid. You did that.
My mom's a teacher. She's making all kinds of posts randomly, like, oh, you thought little Timmy was an angel at school? Now you're really seeing
her.
how little Timmy behaves when he's at school all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because these parents are just like, my kid's perfect. My kid never does anything bad at home. And now they're spending all this time with their kids, and they're like, oh, my kid's a little monster.
That was one post that I really appreciated. There was a post where it's like this huge big letter to teachers. It was like, next year, you need 80 things of hand sanitizer, 20 things of like, I don't care, lady. You tell me what you need, because now I get it. You get it all.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get it all. I'm not fighting you. I'm not saying shit. Like, you get it.
My not problem, but my concern is, I understand that the parents and the teachers, all that, the kids that can't have that social interaction,
Yeah.
that's a problem.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's happening now, though. So, like, there is, like, TikTok. There is, FaceTime.
Yeah, there's all kinds of
There's
stuff to do.
still so many things where you, like, it's not the same, obviously.
Right.
But there's so much. Imagine if this had happened 10 years ago when we didn't
Oh.
have this.
They would be.
Yeah.
Imagine when we had it like that, like when we were in high school or something. Well, some of us were in high school. Just saying. But still, like, imagine like 10 years ago where this level of online social interaction wasn't available. Holy hell.
It would be. Oh, I can't. Honestly, I can't even imagine how bad it would be.
I know it's crazy to think about. So
It wouldn't be that much different from my personal experience because
Wow.
like I didn't have any friends. I wasn't allowed to have social media. I wasn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I sat in my room and listened to MCR.
But at least
and
you
like
had
that
to
was
go
it.
to school and be around other people.
And I hated it.
Okay, yeah, I'm not saying it was
oh,
great.
man. Introverts are ruling the world right now.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Like, they-
living our best lives. I mean, don't get me wrong. I miss everybody, but it's like, man, I don't have to deal with strangers. And like, so I did like independent studies a little bit in high school.
Yeah.
That was the best because I would come home, I would do my entire like homework for the week, and then I would just chill.
Dude, I know,
Like-
like people are asking me, like, they're like, how are you dealing with being off work? I'm like, I'm in the customer service retail sales industry.
The worst.
Dude, I'm fantastic. Like, I don't have to deal with sales. I don't have to deal with the old lady bitching at me over the phone.
Karen.
Like so many
fucking
Karens.
Karen.
I have so many Karens. Like, I'm good. Like, I mean, the money thing, I'm a little stressed on that. But in
Yeah.
general, the fact that I don't have to actually go in and deal with them, I'm cool. I'm good. I'll watch movies. I'm good.
So here's my big thing with that is, as I was telling you guys before we were recording, only child. So all this is I'm watching people like freak out with no sort of social interaction. As you all know, I'm a big extrovert. I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
But this isn't killing me. I know how to be by myself. I know how to sit down, watch a movie, play a video game, read a fucking book, and be okay.
But you're an extrovert that was raised as an introvert almost. Like, you didn't have much social
Well, that's just 'cause
interaction
I-
at a
Well,
certain
and you do
point.
That's
a
just
lot
not-
of you do a lot of interaction online via Xbox, via FetLife, via a lot of online platforms.
Right.
So you're not, your face-to-face time has decreased,
Yes.
but your actual social interactions haven't decreased that much because not trying to be mean, how much time do you really spend on Xbox talking to people?
Actually, not terribly much. I'm mostly just watching The Office at this
No?
point. Yeah.
Okay, well, you every time I've come over randomly, you've been online with somebody anyway, talking.
Yeah, this is true. I have done that, and I do continue to do that, but it's not as much as you may think.
Okay, it just happens that every time I seem to come over randomly, you just are on Xbox chatting up with somebody.
Exactly. It's like you choose those times,
Plus, you have roommates, so that's also
Yeah, roommates also help.
which was really funny because on Saturday, it was just me.
Ah.
Everybody,
So how many rooms did you masturbate in?
that,
4.
that is not something I'm going to tell you on the podcast because that's evidence. But yeah, it's been an interesting experience so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm just wondering how long this is going to last for.
Until it blows over, so to speak.
Not even before it blows over, until it blows up.
Oh yeah,
Because I see that happening before it blows over, to be
Yeah.
honest.
yeah.
Some
Unfortunately.
kind of change. And the messages that I have been getting from people, I can't. I keep in the past couple of days I've had at least 3 different people message me still asking if they can get piercings. And I'm like, what part of social distancing do you not understand?
Oh,
Quarantine.
the
You-
tattoo shop right by my work, unofficially, still open.
Oh yeah, there's a few that are still like I had seen another shop posted. Oh, we're taking piercings from this hour to this hour only today, and it's like you're supposed to be completely shut down. Like
Yeah.
you're not supposed to be operating at all.
Oh, yeah.
So I've had a few people message me and they're like, "Oh, can I get a nose piercing today?" And I'm like, no, like.
And now the NSA is going to be looking for those shops in this area.
Yeah, and there's been a few people that have asked me, "Oh, well, what if I pierce myself?" And I'm like, you're fucking dumb. Why would you, like, I've heard it a lot from hairdressers, and now piercers are starting to. Do not do that kind of shit to yourself at home, because...
That's how you die.
About the only thing I do to myself at home that involves hair is shaving.
Yeah, I mean, by all means, shave, but don't, don't use box dye. Don't pierce yourself. I've seen somebody was tattooing themselves at home the other day. Oh, yeah.
I've heard of a lot of tattoo artists, though, doing practice on themselves, like whenever they're first starting to get into it, to like learn how to do lines, learn how to do this.
But those are apprentices who've already at least had some training. They've had some experience.
Yeah.
They've had some, things being told about safety measures and depth and how far to press. Like they've already had tests and some training. And if they're going to be that stupid to themselves, that's on them. But again, they've had training first. It's not, Joe Blow down the street that just ordered a tattoo gun online. It's like, let's try the damn thing. And now you have ink in your fucking muscles and all the other stupidity with it.
Yeah, blown out lines.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And infections.
Blood everywhere.
Infections to hell.
You got the litter box 3 feet away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bring us back, because that whole thing is like, nope.
Oh, yeah, you don't like the pokey stuff.
My thing is, we're just gonna move on.
Okay.
Just moving on.
Okay.
Hey, Zeolist,
Yo.
you came back for this, so you offered up a word. What was the word for this episode?
Sounding.
What the fuck is sounding?
I think B knows.
Sounding is whenever you insert rods, normally rods, into the urethra.
So wooden rods, paper rods.
Normally, I believe they're metallic or glass, right?
Yeah, usually either a metal or glass,
Yeah,
because
metal or
anything
glass.
else is going to be...
Anything else sounds
Yeah, you don't want to do
horrible.
wood, because wood would splinter and paper could, in theory,
Unless
disintegrate.
you really fucking hate your bottom.
No, I believe the reason why it's called sounding, I'm not sure of this, but I've heard stories, is because they used to use sound rods. The one,
There's not
like
used to.
chime
People
rods.
still do it.
Oh, so they still use chime rods?
That's actually really popular with sounding, is that they would get the chime rods, like the tuning forks.
Yeah.
And the bottom is smoothed and rounded out, and you'll put it in there, and
And then tap it.
you tap it, and it vibrates down the urethra.
That's interesting.
So
Yeah.
you have that chime, and then it vibrates down.
We're here to educate.
Yeah, no, it's actually still pretty common. They're hard. The sounding rods are harder to find because most sounding rods are very square and sharp on the bottom. So so obviously that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
But you can find them where it's those round, smooth tips, and that's what a lot of people will use. It's really cool to watch. I've caught a video or two of it. I have no idea where, but I know I have the image in my head. So I've seen it, and it's pretty cool. One thing that Z and I usually do, though, is whenever I'm giving a blowjob, I stick my tongue ring down there.
Oh.
And that usually works pretty well, just for the record.
Nice.
Just not as deep because the ball's fairly large.
Well, yeah.
I think the closest I've ever come to sounding somebody's, using a receiving tube for a PA piercing.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
A PA piercing?
Prince Albert?
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, you use it. I use the receiving tube method because it makes it go a little smoother.
That makes sense. Plus, you got the lube.
Lots and lots of lube.
I just use spit.
One more thing as far as the whole Corona thing. Apparently, where was this at again? I don't remember now. Vancouver, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Men in Kilts, which is a group there,
Yeah.
is offering free grocery delivery for seniors.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sweet. There's a lot are doing it. I appreciate the grocery stores that finally listened and now have specific
Senior
elderly
hours. Well, it's not just elderly. It's anybody who is mobility disabled or elderly, or there's 3 or 4 things, but it's for the people who can't stand the lines and the busyness and the wait.
Yeah.
Even people who have sensory overload
See, that's
get to
important.
go in early.
That's
yeah.
important.
People like autistic and Down syndrome that get real bad sensory overload, they get to go in early as well.
I wonder if you could prove that you have bad enough anxiety if you'd prove that you have that if you'd be able to go in and use it too.
I don't know.
Because a lot of people with social anxiety can't.
Yeah, that's true too. I know the last time I went to the grocery store here, it was a line that took the greater part of half an hour to get into the store.
See, we went in. We went to one there was a line, but we got in with like 10 minutes. Like they had their shit on lock. They knew what they were doing.
But still,
but
it's a
there's
matter
some I've
of
seen.
I'm not used to having to wait to get into the grocery store.
No,
Yeah, no,
I
it's
saw.
weird.
I saw a video of a Costco. It was out the door, around the building, and down like 5 blocks.
Wow.
And that was before they even opened. People were just standing there waiting for them to open.
Okay, I can believe that. I can, because people will wait for quote unquote convenience.
Yeah, but still, like the fact, like I mean, y'all know how big Costco's are.
Yes.
Again, it was around the building and still down 5 blocks.
That's a lot.
Yeah, see, I haven't left the house hardly at all. My boyfriend does all the grocery shopping, so I have not seen anything firsthand.
So what you're saying is you have a gopher. Good job.
Kind of. Yeah.
Well, actually, so that kind of brings me to the next thing. So, your boyfriend, are you all habitating? Or is he just coming by to visit?
I've been staying at his house.
Okay,
Yeah.
so being together. And you two, Zeolist and Leopard, live together, obviously.
Yeah.
We kind of touched on this a little bit earlier.
Sex.
How's that? How is this affecting the sex life? Because it's not like you all can just like, hey, we have the house all to ourselves. Let's go have sex. You all have a newborn.
Yeah.
Well, not newborn anymore.
No, she's a year old, so it's either all like when she's napping or I mean she's gone down for the night. We just kind of close the doors and do our thing.
And very, very quietly, I'm guessing.
No.
She's on the other side of the house and is a very hard sleeper. So
Very
yes,
hard sleeper.
so yes, I try to keep it quiet, but I don't have to try always that hard.
Well done.
So I have a good baby. I appreciate her.
Baby allows mama to get her freak on.
She does. Again, controlled freak. There's the nights she goes to the grandparents is still much better, but
Yeah.
it is there.
And B, I'm guessing for you all, it's just a free-for-all all the time romp?
Not necessarily.
Oh.
Because I'm tired all the time. Currently, I have been heavily medicated with Benadryl, so I'm asleep a lot.
Oh.
Yeah. And he has roommates, so we can't exactly.
Oh.
We did fuck in the game room one time, but they weren't home. But yeah, it's not. It's not as
As much as
Yeah,
people would think.
Yeah, it's not as much as people would think. I mean, I did tell him with all this extra time that we have that we got to do some freaky nasty shit.
But I thought he was sweet.
He's very sweet and so pure, and I'm just like, can I just bring over some rope, and we'll take it from there.
We'll see what happens. What kind of knots we can get into.
Yeah, let's see what kind of shenanigans we can.
Let's just add a little bit of sprinkles to the vanilla.
Yeah, let's just do a little something.
A little.
Yeah. As for me, sadly, my girlfriend, she lives 2 hours away and stays with her mother. So.
So no freak for you.
No, well, my original plan was I was going to try to go down there yesterday. And I suggested to her, she's like, that sounds great. And then I guess she said something to her mother. And mom was like, I don't know if I'm comfortable with having somebody else come in here right now.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I didn't think about that, and that's on me.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Which I understand, and I 100% support her decision. But damn it.
Just lots and lots and lots of sexting.
I miss the physical intimacy right now.
Oh, God, yeah.
I
Not
miss
saying
that.
don't miss
I feel
it.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I have my boyfriend and we do all of our stuff and stuff. But I understand your struggle.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yes.
There are people I sexed with on the reg.
Okay, cool. I need to get on that list. And, and that kind of leads me to the next thing. What is it that you guys do as far as kink? Now that you can't really get to a dungeon or get to a play party or things like that.
We didn't regularly see at play parties anyway.
Right, but what I'm saying is, are you all still doing your keeping up with your kink, we
Yeah.
should say?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no. Actually, our kink is getting better right now because there's not outside influences. Me serving him and like our conversations, like because there's not outside influences, like we have no choice but to kind of just focus on each other. And actually, we're actually doing really good now. So it's actually improving things.
Good.
We do, I guess, I mean, like we were saying before, once she goes to bed, we do things quietly in our room, but actually, I know things are actually doing really well right now. For us, I think I've gotten beat, 2 or 3 times in this past week alone?
Something like that, yeah.
Nice.
Which before that, it was like once, maybe twice a month. Just because there's, so many other things in life. That
Work and life in general.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get home and you're tired. So actually right now, our kink life is probably some of the best it's been in, years.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, no, we're good.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
B.
Well, I'm kind of suffering a little bit.
Oh, no.
My boyfriend is not a bottom. He's not submissive in any way. No. So I can't hit him. So I'm going a little crazy. My bathrobe has kind of taken a little bit of a beating because I gotta keep my practice up. You know what I mean? So hang up the bathrobe and then you can see your marks.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's actually brilliant. I never thought about that.
Right?
That is brilliant.
When I got my snake whips, I was like, I gotta hit something. And so I was like, bathrobe hanging up on the back of my door. And I took a few swings at that, and I was like, oh, this is clever.
Oh, yeah, because that is brilliant.
Yeah, so, as far as topping, I'm not doing any of that. But we did have a discussion, because he did go through my Discord. And he saw, where I was talking about topping, and he was like, okay, what does that mean? You're not going to put anything in my butt, right? And I was like...
That's always the first thing that guys go to.
I'm like, bottom does not mean your bottom. It just means, you know what I mean?
You're on the serving side.
Yeah, or the
not serving,
the receiving end.
Yeah,
receiving end.
Yeah. So I was like, we don't have to do anything crazy. He was like, okay, well maybe I'll let you tie me up, and I was like, cool, because I want to do some disgusting things to you.
So you're gonna tie him up, then it starts.
But that does bring up an interesting point, though. What about people that don't live with their DS partner or have those long distance relationships that they usually, have the chance to at least, get together at least sometimes? How are they coping right now?
It is a very, very, very difficult thing right now.
Yeah.
I text Bunner pretty much on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Try to talk to her. For some reason, her phone does not like me at all. I try to call her, and the signal's shitty, or I try to use my tablet to FaceTime her, signal shitty. Mm-hmm. So we've been relegated to Xbox to verbally talk to each other. Mm-hmm. But still, it's kind of hard to do anything.
Yeah.
There's not much.
So I'm
between the two of us.
I'm part of a BDSM poly group on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And it was because this subject has come up pretty often. There's a lot of long distance relationship people on there. Or, just poly people, so away from their partners. And one of the suggestions is an app. It's kind of glitchy. It's still a little bit newer. But it's called Obedience.
So here's the funny thing about that. I know of Obedience. I was using Obedience when they first put it out. Mm-hmm. And it was okay. It was pretty cool. And I hadn't used it for a while. This was with a previous relationship. Yeah. And so with Bunner, I was like, hey, let's try this out. Mm-hmm. So she got on there, and I'm like, okay. She made herself as my submissive on there. Mm-hmm. And I don't like the app the way that it is now.
Yeah. I haven't looked at it. I saw the suggestion, and I just downloaded it this morning just because I was curious to see it. Mm-hmm. And so I was looking at it, and the person who recommended it said it does work very well for them. The reviews are kind of sketchy. It looks like it is still a little glitchy. It's still a little bit of a newer thing.
Yeah.
But it's called Obedience, and it specifically says that it's for BDSM relationships. So I mean, if you can get it to work for you, especially those people that can't be with their partners right now.
Yeah.
It's specifically what the app is for you listeners. It sets up tasks that you have to check mark off. It sets up like a reward system and a rating system, so you can also see your consistency of how often you're meeting these tasks and meeting these goals. So in theory, the pictures and the thought behind it is actually pretty darn brilliant.
Yeah, I love the idea of it. This particular execution I wasn't a fan of.
Yeah.
So what me and Bunner ended up doing was, right before the proverbial shit hit the fan, mm-hmm. we were going to try this one called Remember the Milk. Basically perverted for our purposes. Mm-hmm. Problem is that when the whole lockdown stuff started was the weekend we were going to actually start trying to use it for things.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, well, shit.
But it still helps because you can still put down the daily task. It still is a way to at least have some kind of an influence in your life. So for the people who are struggling with that right now.
That's true. That's
so
true.
it's at least it's obviously not going to be perfect. Like nothing's going to be perfect right
Nothing's
now.
ever perfect.
But, for the people who need that influence, the suggestion that I saw at least was really good. So if you can find a different app, that's great. But that was just the one that I had seen.
I just feel really bad because I had plans to scene with like 3 or 4 different people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously not all in the same evening, but I had been approached by like 3 or 4 different people, and they were like, "Can we do a thing?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I was planning it out with somebody for the next party, and then
Canceled.
Party got canceled.
So I'm like, I feel really bad. I didn't get to beat you.
I've been seeing on FetLife so many people, on both sides, complaining about parties being canceled and praising people for canceling the parties.
Yeah, no, it's a good idea, but
Yeah.
it just sucks.
Yeah, like I respect it. It's obviously with so many big concerns. I mean, group leaders have to do the best that they can.
They have to do the best for the greater community.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
you
it
gotta do
sucks.
what's best for the community as large.
Yeah, so it sucks and might be a little overkill, but at the same time, it is the best step. So definite kudos for those group leaders making that hard decision and making those hard choices. But I definitely fucking miss dressing up in a corset.
I
and
miss
coming
you
to
dressing
see
up in the
Owen.
corset too.
I know.
So that means when we come back, we got to come back with a bang.
Oh dear God!
Yeah, your best
Dude,
lingerie.
that first party, oh my God.
Fuck it up. I'm bringing out the leather boots.
Ugh.
Ooh, baby.
That party is
you
going to be insane.
Hold on. You know what's going to happen. You're going to break out the boots. You're going to get here, and Anemic's going to be here.
Yep.
She's like, please let me. Hi, Anemic.
I'm trying to decide, okay, do I want to wear all leather for the first party, or do I want to wear some fishnet? Do I want to, what do I want to?
Yes.
I'm getting my first party outfit.
I'm just like I gotta figure out what outfit I want to wear, and then I have to decide do I keep it on or do I just say fuck it and go naked? Because like I'm telling you, man, that first party across the country, those first BDSM parties, holy shit!
You know what? I was thinking about this the other day. Whenever this thing drops off, that first Wicked.
Oh, that first Wicked's gonna be huge.
Going to be packed.
Just because everyone's gonna they're just gonna need the social interaction. But
Yeah.
I'm talking once you can actually get there and you can do your pickup plays and you can meet up with people and get back in the dungeon, dude, that thing is gonna be packed from
I'm fucking somebody up.
I know, from open to close. It is intense. It's gonna be intense. There's gonna be some orgasms and screams that night. That is gonna be such an insane night. And I really hope the freaking hot tub is fixed by then, because god damn it, I need my hot tub cuddles.
I've been here over a year now, and I've never been in the hot tub.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you not
It's
like the
quite
people
nice.
suit?
I don't know. I feel like every time I get an opportunity to get in the hot tub, it's just so cold. I don't like that time in between being in the hot spa and then walking
back inside.
Yeah, and it's fucking cold, and I just don't. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest reasons I come to the parties is for my hot tub cuddles, and it was broken before all this virus stuff shut us down, and I'm desperately missing my hot tub cuddles.
You know what?
What?
We got a hot tub here. I'll cuddle you now.
Was it fixed?
Yeah, Shock fixed it a few days before everything got shut down.
That's so mean. You could have just lied to me.
Again, you're here right now. We can go hot tub.
But you could have lied to me.
I could have. But what kind of person would I be if I lied?
A tease.
I mean, technically now I'm a tease.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's being teased now. If he lied, he wouldn't have been a tease.
Fair enough. But it would have been a good friend.
I'm an amazing friend. Thank you very much, young
You are.
lady.
You're one of my favorite friends.
Yay! I'm a favorite.
You are.
Okay. Listeners, you all know of this white and black thing that we do. So we, beforehand, maybe during, we gave out cards, and let's see what we got this go round. The black card, blank. Smoke on that, Zeolist. Fist fighting a room full of toddlers jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I'm all checked up on Mountain Dew.
Smoke on that, Zeolist.
All right.
You got this? You got it?
Oh yeah, I could definitely take on a room full of toddlers.
Jacked up with Mountain Dew?
I don't know if you can.
No, if it's a fist fight and it's just who can survive the more punches to the face, I'm gonna win that fight.
All right. Next one. Getting a weird answer from the tarot cards. Smoke on that, Zeolist.
It happens. It happens a lot.
Oh, mine were mad at me. First time I picked them up after like a year, they basically told me to go fuck myself.
I got a
Just don't know
brand
how to
new deck.
interpret them.
I got a brand new deck, and I read it for the first time for myself. And before I read it out loud to Leopard here, it made no sense to me. As I'm reading it out loud, it told me kind of what I asked it, but it told me something completely different, and I was like, fuck, I don't want to do that.
All right. And the last one here. Beating a bathrobe into submission. Smoke on that, Zeolist.
Nice.
Of those three, I'm thinking of the toddlers, because I just want to see this epic battle between
Now,
Zeolist.
how many toddlers am I actually fighting?
Because
A room full.
a room full. But the thing is, okay, so everybody's interpretation of a room full of toddlers, like what's the saturation?
That's true.
Toddler to square
Well,
feet.
and how big is the room?
Yeah, like say the room that we're in now. What would qualify as this room being full of toddlers?
I don't know.
Like 25.
Yeah, I'd say like 25, 30.
All right.
Okay.
So can you
Or-
take 25 or 30 toddlers?
Hell yeah, I can take 25, 30 toddlers.
I don't know, man.
All right. So who's the
Jacked
room?
up on Mountain Dew though.
Yeah, like they do a lot of knee and dick punches. Like
They're
they are
right at that
they are
level.
at
Are
that
you
level.
aware of how much my dick damage is?
Okay,
Wait,
but
hold
your
on.
knees-
Hold on. What is your dick damage? Please tell me.
I have been hit.
No. Not damaged. Your dick damaged. When you hit something with your dick, how much damage does it do?
About 1d4 to 1d6. Hey, wait. Am I erect or am I flaccid?
Huge difference.
That
yeah,
is a
that's
huge
important.
difference.
What kind of mushroom stamp we going with?
Yeah, what kind of mushroom stamp we going with? If we're going with flaccid, we talking like a 1d4. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty low. We talking hard, I'm probably like a d8.
Do you like pull it back real hard and say it flick down on the head? It's like
He
No,
has
man.
mushroom stick.
He has low sensitivity. He like rears his hip back and just like it's a fucking club to the face.
Yeah.
He has really low dick sensitivity because of past damage. So it's a punch to the face.
Okay. Congratulations.
Yeah, I've been lifted by my testicles and penis with a 2x4 before.
You've told me this story.
That sounds like a great time.
Oh
No,
no, it was not good.
Oh.
It was not a good
I
moment.
did not throw up though.
See? Kudos.
Most guys in that situation end up vomiting from
Yeah,
pain.
yeah.
I probably would have.
So that means when we do your piercings, you're gonna be just fine.
I should be fine,
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
He's gonna be good. All right. You know what? With that, I think we've gone long enough for
Okay.
this one. Leopard, any closing thoughts?
No.
Zeolist, any closing thoughts
I need to get herbal stuff for my pipe.
for your pipe?
Yeah, for my pipe.
I might have some.
That'd be cool.
I might have some.
B, any closing thoughts?
Don't do weird shit to yourself because all of your professionals are closed down. Don't fucking dye your hair. Don't pierce yourself. Don't tattoo yourself. Don't pull your own teeth out.
Wait, what?
This is not. Oh yeah, that's happening.
Yeah, that's
This is
happening.
not the time to do anything semi or actually permanent. Don't do it.
And don't circumcise yourself.
Yeah, no at-home circumcisions.
Yeah, don't do
Wait, who the fuck does that?
We don't judge them. We
Yeah.
just tell them no.
I mean, I may be judging them a little bit right now.
We just tell them no because they're stupid.
And from Awesome, that just threw me off. I'm gonna be honest, that threw me off. Stay home. What's the phrase? Flatten the curve.
Yeah, flatten the curve.
Yeah, stay home. Help flatten the curve. If you really, really, really need to see somebody, use your phone to talk to them. I know it's weird, but you can actually talk to people over the phone. It's not
Yeah.
just for texting.
Is that what that's for?
Supposedly,
I use it for looking at memes.
you can talk to people.
But I use it for sexting.
You can use it for that as well, and still talk to people in real time. Even
You weirdo.
I know it's because I'm old.
Shame.
Back in my day,
You
with that-
probably still memorize phone numbers.
Actually, here's the funny thing: I only know like 3 phone numbers.
I know Zeolist's phone number and then I know work phone numbers.
I know
I
a
ever-
phone number you know. Candy Sweet Box.
Ah, yes, Candy Sweet Box, which is where you're going to send in that entry for this episode. What was that word again, Zeolist?
Sounding.
And they're going to send that to 805-303-1173.
There you
There
go.
you go.
I actually remember the number. I am so fucking proud of myself.
Good job, Boo Boo.
I hope I remembered it correctly. Anyway,
Sounds good.
It's
All right,
close.
If
We're
not,
fine.
just put it in the show notes.
Yeah.
this is true. If I said it wrong, call me out on it. And listeners, with that, we are out.
Bye.
Bye.
I was wondering, like, is somebody going to do it? Thank you, B. Oh, okay. You guys have a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good. I'm glad you're both here.